Well, among the things that have influenced me, of course, was the original Svengoolie, Jerry G. Bishop, but also I was always a fan of comedy and old comedy movies like the Marx Brothers and Laurel and Hardy, and then people like Jack Benny on early TV and all the early sitcom type things, but especially the comedians. And then as time went on, also people like George Carlin, and even especially the people from Second City, WCIU-TV. I was always a big fan of that, and it's interesting that they used to have that sort of parody of an old type station where people played multiple roles and did various jobs. Because actually, on the one hand, that's actually something that I've done. When I was at Fox, I was doing the kids show, and that's when one of the bosses said, well, as long as you're here doing the kids show, you should be the fill-in weatherman as well. And I was like, I don't have any credibility as a weatherman. They say, oh, as a weatherman, you don't need credibility. Okay, whatever.
Yeah. Don't, you're going to swallow your beard.
Please. The problem with having a cold is every time I blow my nose, I've got to redo the makeup.
Oh. Well, my point is, when you have a cold, you never go hungry.
Yeah,
That's discussion. You know, you think it's funny, but it's not.
I don't think either, actually.
Oh, it's mucus to my ears.
Don't start.
I already did.
Don't start. A lot of people recognize me with or without makeup. I have done things where I don't wear makeup. Well, I should wear makeup, but a lot of times I am recognized quite a bit, even in regular life. I'd rather not be, because it's nice to have some privacy, but I'm never offended if somebody recognizes me. And now when I do appearances out and about at conventions and such in costume, it's always great that people know who I am and immediately can recognize who I am. Unlike years ago when I was at a television program on a different station in my makeup, and one of the people there said, oh, look, it's Alice Cooper. I don't know what's wrong with that. But it's great because, as I've said, MeTV is now seen over almost all the country. And in that time, I hear from people all over the country, and especially I've heard from celebrity people. One person I haven't met yet, though I've talked to him, and he contacted me when he saw the show, was Mark Hamill, who I think has been kind of busy lately. He actually sent me an email saying how much he enjoyed the show and that he was him, and at first I wasn't sure it really was him, because, you know, even a bottom feeder celebrity like me has people pretending to be me. But thanks to his Twitter account, I found out it really was him, and we've become friends, and I'm hoping that I'll eventually get to meet him in person. And comedian Dana Gould, when he came in to do our morning show, was surprised that our set was up and was so happy about it. He came back later on so that he could come and visit with me and do a bit with me. And another person, if you remember the woman who played Meredith on The Office, Kate Flanagan, she came in for one of the morning shows and saw me and was just really excited because she's a big fan of the show as well. And I think it's a big compliment to me when people who are in the business, and especially in comedy, actually enjoy the show. It's nice to know that.
When we do the Halloween stuff, Chris said he's going to move back, probably move the desk out of the way and just put some tchotchkes on the video.
Yeah. This desk actually came from a friend of ours who used to work here's theater company, and we just needed a desk, so we appropriated it when they didn't need it anymore. You can tell it's in good shape. If I sneeze real hard, it will probably fall down. Among the cool things on the desk, this radio over here was given to me by the longtime overnight hosts at WGN Radio, Steve King and Johnny Putman, once as a Halloween gift. And they always provide me with many things, including this little skeleton pin that's on my collar here. They gave this to me right before I got the job as Svengoolie here, and I always wear it now as a sign of good luck. Another larger chicken that we have over here is Kerwin, and he was made for us by one of the talented people who used to work on the Green Screen Adventures children's show here. Made out of probably one of those dinosaurs type things or alligators that you buy at the zoo that's on the end of a stick, and combined with a rubber chicken to create Kerwin. And I'm certainly glad that they did that, because he turns out to be a fine sidekick. And you probably guessed that the reason his name is Kerwin is because that rhymes with Berwin. Pretty clever, huh? No, not really. Anyway, we have some nice artwork on the walls here. The one over my shoulder here is actually done by a comic artist, Chris Jones, who, again, I happened to be at a convention and found out he was a big fan of mine, and he made this artwork kind of along the lines of Basil Gogos, who used to do a lot of the covers of Famous Monsters of Filmland magazine. The other one came to us from a gentleman in Elgin who also did the illustrations for a book called 8 Little Zombies that I actually wrote the foreword to. I'm always amazed too when these very talented people come up with something so nice for me. Personally, a stick figure probably would be just as good with what I'm worth.